Hi all, how you doing? Hope you're doing great wherever you are in the world. So the SEC charges NovaTech and its principals and promoters with $650 million crypto fraud. Now, I never really mentioned this on my channel because a lot of other YouTubers covered it and I kind of came late to the party. I know Ponzi Patrol covered NovaTech quite a bit, and I think he also got threatened a bit. Maybe could be wrong there, but he'll probably let me know on that one. Um, So he'll be very pleased about this happening, I'm sure, today. So I'm sure uh, get over to Ponzi Patrol's site because I'm sure he'll be covering this in more detail with a grin on his face, no doubt. Um, but yeah, this was a Ponzi scheme, clear-cut Ponzi scheme. But they were that the people behind it were adamant that it wasn't a Ponzi scheme, and I think they went after people. They tried suing people and stuff like that for defamation and that kind of thing. So I think that's what happened in it. I could be getting wrong with another project. Could be getting my wires crossed or something with another project, but I'm pretty certain that these guys went after people that called them. Anyway, multi-level marketing company promoted scheme to defraud more than 200,000 investors worldwide. Washington, D.C., August the 12th, 2024, so yesterday. The Securities and Exchange Commission today announced charges against Cynthia and Eddie Petion, along with their company, NovaTech Limited, for operating a fraudulent scheme that raised more than 650 million in crypto assets from more than 200,000 investors worldwide, including many in the Haitian American community. The SEC also charged Martin Zizi, Dap Dunbar, James Corbett, Corey Sampson, John Garofano, and Marsha Hadley for their roles in promoting NovaTech to investors. What about all the other YouTubers as well? According to the SEC's complaint, the Petions operated NovaTech as a multi-level marketing and crypto asset investment program from 2019 through 2023. So this is another thing that I always say to people, or they say to me, well, look, it's been going 2 years. It can't be a Ponzi scheme. Look, this thing went on for like 4 years. It can still be a Ponzi scheme. All right. So get that in your heads. It doesn't matter how long it lasts for. If it's set up in a certain way, they can last a long time. Okay, they lured investors by claiming NovaTech would invest their funds on crypto asset and foreign exchange markets. Cynthia Petion assured investors that their investments would be safe and promised that in this program, you're in profit from day one because, again, you have access to that capital. In reality, NovaTech used the majority of investor funds to make payments to existing investors and to pay commissions to promoters using only a fraction of investor funds for trading. So they did actually do some trading, apparently. So it wasn't a complete Ponzi. The complaint further alleges that the Petions siphoned millions of dollars of investment assets for themselves. When NovaTech ultimately collapsed, most investors were not able to withdraw their investments, resulting in substantial losses, according to the complaint. NovaTech and the Petions caused untold losses to tens of thousands of victims around the world, said Eric Werner, director of the SEC Fort Worth Regional Office. As we allege, MLM schemes of this size require promoters to fuel them, and today's action demonstrates that we'll hold accountable not just the principal architects of these massive schemes, but also promoters who spread their fraud by unlawfully soliciting victims. So that's really great news. So basically, this is a shout out to YouTubers who promote Ponzi schemes and MLMs. You are not above the law, and you can get action against you as well. The sex complaint alleges that NovaTech's top promoters, ZZ, Dunbar, Corbett, Sampson, um, Garofano, and Hadley, each recruited a wide network of investors and promoters. NovaTech paid them substantial commissions for the investors they and their networks recruited. When ZZ, Dunbar, Corbett, and Sampson became aware of certain red flags about NovaTech, including reg actions taken against it by US and Canadian regulators, they continued recruiting investors and downplayed the red flags. Okay, so we've seen that before from other projects that are just basically poo-pooing what the sec's paying and say, don't worry about it, kind of thing. Let's just carry on as we are. This is all okay, that kind of thing. The sec's complaint, filed in the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of Florida, charges NovaTech, the Petions, ZZ, Dunbar, Corbett, and Sampson with violating the anti-fraud provisions of the federal securities laws and all of the defendants with registration violations. The complaint seeks permanent injunctive relief, disgorgement of ill-gotten gains. Okay, so in other words, take the funds off them, and civil penalties. Without admitting or denying the allegations, ZZ agreed to partially settle the sex charges by consenting to a $100,000 civil penalty and to be permanently enjoined from future violations of the charge provisions, with the amount of other monetary remedies to be determined at a later date. The partial settlement is subject to court approval. The sex investigation was conducted by Catherine Rousey, Todd Baker, and Jamie Hossaker of the Fort Worth Regional Office, with assistance from Sajal Bakhtar of the Crypto Assets and Cyber Unit, under the supervision of Nikolai Vidashchenko and B. David Fraser. The litigation is being conducted by Patrick Disbennett and supervised by Keith Bernstein. The Commission appreciates the assistance of the Office of the New York Attorney, General Investors Protection Bureau, the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation, the British Columbia Securities Commission, and the Ontario Securities Commission. The SEC's Office of Investor Education and Advocacy and the Division of Enforcement's Retail Strategy Task Force has issued an investor alert on fraudulent digital asset and crypto trading websites, an investor alert affinity of fraud, an investor alert on crypto scams, and an investor alert on pyramid schemes posing as multi-level marketing programs. Investors can find additional information about digital asset and crypto investment schemes, including the warning signs of fraud, at investor.gov. Okay, so let's see how things progress from there. Good stuff.